Manny Pacquiao Keith Thurman, what a fight, what a fight. Now, so I took a lot of heat. For picking Manny Pacquiao by decision, right? A lot of people, just go read the comments. In fact, people even told me that I didn't pick Pacquiao to win by decision. So let's have a listen to my prediction video. I talked about Keith Thurman looking, he's acting overconfident because, he's a little bit insecure. What happened? I told you Freddie Roach told me they're having a little bit of trouble in the Thurman camp. You could tell. What happened, right? I said Manny Pacquiao will win by decision. What happened? I even said they're working on a punch to knock Thurman out, or at least knock him down and hurt him. What happened, right? And it's funny because in the comment section, people are claiming I didn't say that. So
telltale signs you can look for? Sure, of course. If you have an eye for what you're looking for, you can tell. And my trained eye, from what I do see, they both look pretty good, but I do see Keith Thurman looking a little bit drained.
Yep.
All that confidence, I think, is kind of a facade, right? And maybe a little bit of smoke and mirrors, I believe. Maybe he's a little too overconfident to...
This guy sounds really smart. You should probably sub to his channel. Let's keep listening.
Hide, the fact that he's maybe a little insecure. Could be. It's like the guy that barks the loudest is usually the one that's, like secretly insecure and things like that. So I'm kind of thinking that. I'm leaning towards Manny Emmanuel Dappertran Pacquiao.
I'm leaning towards Manny Pacquiao. Now, we could back that video up a little further, and I got into greater detail of why I think Pacquiao will win by decision. And I had all these people telling me I didn't predict that. They're like, oh, no. You said it could go either way. It could be Thurman decision, Pacquiao decision, Thurman KO, and I did. But I said, but ultimately, my final prediction is Manny Pacquiao. So, glad we cleared that up, right? Okay, so now, what the hell happened to Pacquiao going night-night? Pacquiao's going to go night-night. I'm going to retire Manny Pacquiao, and, all this crap Keith Thurman was talking. Now, I thought about it. Should I take it easy on Thurman? Did he put up a good fight? Yeah. Was it a valiant effort? Of course. But, look, you can't talk that kind of crap and then get beat like that, because that was a boxing clinic, right? What did Pacquiao say? He said, I'm going to teach him. I'm going to teach him. And what did Pacquiao do? Class was in session, okay? Keith Thurman, you can tell he is not on that world elite class. Now, come on now, Manny Pacquiao is like 72 years old, okay? He might be like 71, 72, and Keith Thurman's like 30. Like, what the hell happened, right? Where was the stamina? Where was the output? Where was look, go back, watch the way Thurman was like throwing them punches. They were wide, telegraphed, sloppy, and he did land a few. I think I gave him, I want to say round 4, 7, 9, 10. I gave him about 4 rounds. So, he did all right, but it was only because of Pacquiao's age. And I also think that Manny Pacquiao's ring IQ, his veteran knowledge, right? His knowledge won him the fight. Okay, it was a big part of that recipe, and I talked about that. Go to my prediction video. What did I say? I said what Manny lacks in youth, he will make up in knowledge. I could rewind my video if you'd like me to, but I'm not going to waste your time because I said it. It's on record. So I don't know. I don't mean to sound like an arrogant jerk, but it's like I took a lot of hell for this prediction. Took a lot of heat. And I got it right, because I can see it in Thurman. There's no way you can take 2 years off and, look the way you did against Josito Lopez and go have you a good training camp down in Florida, right? And the dude talked about how he trained at LA Fitness. LA Fitness? He trained at LA Fitness for that fight, and that's why he looked the way he looked. Well, to me, he didn't look much different against Manny Pacquiao. So, and Thurman also said he said, look, if I lose, I need to retire. If I can't beat this 40-year-old washed up Pacquiao, I need to retire. Look, what an incredible night for Manny Pacquiao. Look at the face of these guys like, Oh my God. Like the look of shock. Look at this guy's eyes. Like, when Thurman went down, it was a beautiful combination, like quick, and also, there was a real good combination that Thurman landed too. It was this little 1-2-2-2, it was a little quick, pop, pop, right? And that kind of worried me. But Manny was like shaking his head, like punching his gloves together like he did against like Cotto. Remember that? Like Cotto would hit him, he would like slap his gloves and all. So it was like this vintage Manny Pacquiao. But I did see, like I said, I did pick up on the age, right? You could tell he is aging, but again, what he lacks in youth, he makes up in that knowledge, in that experience. He's a veteran, a Hall of Famer, So I think Keith Thurman, he took him too light. He underestimated him. He was too arrogant, too cocky. And I encourage all of you YouTubers, to use Keith Thurman in the build-up, when how's it sound like when cocky boxers go bad, or how's it go? Cocky boxers, something like karma, whatever it is. I have a feeling Keith Thurman is going to be, the next victim of those particular videos, because he deserves it. Look, I don't like to beat anyone when they're down. I don't like to rub a loss in anyone's face or anything like that. But he deserves it. I'm sorry, he does. The utter disrespect and just lack of, I don't even know, man, lack of just basic decency. He was just like ragging on Pacquiao, talking about, mocking his accent. Brought up his religion. He's saying he's going to retire him. He's going to knock him out. I bet 10 grand. He said, I bet 10 grand on a first round knockout. And then the dude gets knocked down. It's like, come on now. Come on, Keith Thurman. And he's talking about wanting a rematch. Well, of course you want a rematch. You got your ass whooped. It was a boxing clinic. Okay, go back and watch the fight. And I think Keith Thurman tried to bring him in them deeper rounds, and he did. He kind of came alive in the second half, but it wasn't enough. And I was also a little bit worried about a robbery. I'm like, okay, here we go. Where's Jeff Horn? Where's old Jeff Horn? We got a robbery. Somebody call 911. We got a robbery. But it didn't happen. So, look. Incredible night of boxing. I had a bunch of drama go down in my house, so I couldn't make the video last night. I had a fight party last night, a pay-per-view party. I ordered it, $75, by the way. It was from 7 to 2 a.m. Well worth it. I'd pay $175 to see Keith Thurman lose. So it was a beautiful night. Money well spent, okay? But yeah, I had some drama go on last night. We were out in the yard boxing. People were drinking. I don't drink, but friends of mine were here. They were drinking. Yeah, things got a little out of hand. Some baby mama drama, all that. So I couldn't make the video last night. Regardless, everyone finally left at like 3 in the morning, and by then I was pretty damn tired. So yeah, here we go. In closing. Wow, Manny Pacquiao, right? If you're not impressed by this, then, you don't need to be watching boxing. And I'm curious, I want to see how, I'm not going to watch because I know I'll just get pissed off, but I'm curious how the biased media covered the fight. I heard one guy say, it should have been a draw. Right, should have been a draw, should have been this, should have been that. It was a lot closer than the judges had it, but not really. It was a split decision. The judges had it pretty tight. They had like I said, I was worried about a robbery, and but furthermore, Keith Thurman. What happened? Like, what happened? The sloppy punches, like the wide hooks. Only threw a few things down the middle, and I really think that's a credit to Manny Pacquiao's ability, right? I think Keith Thurman looked the way he looked because it's Manny Pacquiao. It's kind of like when there's a Lomachenko in front of you. No matter how good you think you are, you're not that good. When you can't figure him out, you can't train for him, you cannot prepare for him. You don't know until you get there, and by that time, it's too late. And, big shout out to Freddie Roach because, like I said, Freddie Roach, he told me they were working on a knockout punch. He told me, Thurman had a little bit of trouble in his camp. Everything he told me came true or was true. So, you know, that was some good, creditable information. So look, guys, I'm probably going to leave it at that. A quick reaction video. You know, no one went night-night. You know, Thurman, night-night. So, yeah, I mean, just much credit to Manny Pacquiao. And I guess a little credit to Keith Thurman, too. He hung in there. He tried. All right, he tried. You know, we can say he tried.